Hi guys, my name is Sara and today I'm going to tell you about my art and science project in which I used electronic music to communicate my bioacoustics research. I'm currently doing a PhD at Sea Mammal Research Unit, University of St Andrews, funded by the Royal Society, on humpback whale song ontogeny, evolution and vocal learning. Over the years, I worked on various research projects with universities in Croatia, Scotland, Australia, and New Zealand. And my biggest research interests are in animal behavior, especially their vocal communication, social learning, and culture. Scientists are coming up with amazing discoveries every day, but most of them never leave the academic circle. I believe that sharing our findings outside of scientific community is very important, because what's the point of us doing all this work if no one except our colleagues ever gets to hear about it? We're never going to make a change in this world if we don't share our knowledge with each other. Another problem I see is that those who do share their research often do it in a way which is hard to understand to those outside of their field. So it's no surprise people get bored and lose interest and miss out on some really cool science and potential solutions to many problems. So, besides doing research, for over a decade now, I've been developing innovative approaches to science communication and education about nature and its conservation. To do this, I mostly use art, since it captures people's attention, and also that's what I've been doing for most of my life when I didn't do research. For some 15 years, I performed as part of a dance crew. I did all sorts of art projects with kids and grown-ups, from circus arts to decor to working on music festivals. I also finished music school, and recently I started producing electronic music. So last year I launched a project which combines these two worlds of mine, science and art, and I called it Inner Child, because I believe that scientists and artists are like kids that never quite grew up, and that everyone has a scientist and artist within them. So through this project, I hope to reawake as many inner children, bring to surface the natural curiosity, and engage them in the quest for new knowledge, skills, and experiences. I also hope that by teaching people about wonders of nature, it will inspire them to take better care of our planet. Lately, I've been focusing on music for communicating my bioacoustics research and raising awareness of other species that also have culture. I wanted to get people questioning their own beliefs about being the only intelligent species on this planet and thinking about the ways we treat other species and nature. Since I've started studying whale communication, I wanted everyone to experience these incredible sounds, and I came up with this idea of making a music album about humpback whale song. Over the years, I met many music producers from all over the world, and some of them were really interested in my research. So when I finally got around to making this album, I contacted these guys and told them about my idea, and all of them were really keen to get involved. But as these things go, unfortunately, many of them didn't make it in the end because they've been busy with their own projects. But I'm really happy that some managed to find time, and I'm so grateful for them to them for their amazing contributions to this project. For the visual side of things, I worked with Fabi, who is an amazing digital artist and a very good friend of mine. We spent a few days together working days and nights. First, me explaining to her all my ideas and the science behind them, and then just brainstorming together, thinking best ways to visually represent this whole project. So paying special attention to scientific details, she made some beautiful art, such as these logos on slides, album cover art, and a few videos I'm going to show to you now. The first video introduced the basics of what we know about humpback whale song, with the actual spectrograms of whale sounds which were used to make this music. So here it is. The second video was only a short one, more like a teaser of what's coming. The third one was a promo video for the compilation that we put together just before the album was released. Working with the same whale recording, each artist produced a track in their own personal music style, representing one theme of a humpback whale song. These artists are some of my favorite music producers in the whole world, and I'm so happy that they came aboard this project. When I first heard these tunes, I was jumping around my room, happy as a little kid, hearing how whale songs inspired such incredible music. So this is the album cover art and the track list. I also wrote the cover text explaining the concept and science behind it, but it was too long to put here. You can find it online. I added some links at the end of the presentation. Since the release of the album, I've been contacted by many people from all over the world, from artists, radio stations, record labels, journals, music promoters, to scientists, science communicators, educators, nature conservationists, research and art institutes, saying how much they enjoyed both the music and learning about the whales. I've been invited to give talks and workshops on several conferences and research institutes. I'm so happy that this resonated with so many people from different backgrounds. The album was voted Best Compilation of the Year by Sabian's Community Poll, and it also won 2 awards for public engagement with research from University of St. Andrews. Here are just some numbers when I last checked a couple of months ago about the reach of this project. What I'm really happy about, besides hearing from people how much they enjoy listening to it, is to see how this album got people interested to ask questions, not only about whales and their songs, but also on wider topics of animal culture and communication, as well as nature conservation and what they can do to help. I've been incredibly lucky to have such amazing humans around me, from my supervisors and colleagues for appreciating all my non-research work, to all my friends and family for their constant support. And massive thanks to all the artists involved in making this album. I put links to their projects if you want to go check them out. Here are the links to my pages if you want to follow me, and also if you want to listen and download the album. And if you like it, please share it with your friends. This whole project was not easy, and many times I thought, why am I even doing this? I just worked on it in my own free time, which doing a PhD is almost non-existent. But now when I look back, it was so worth it. Science communication is often a challenging experience, especially if one is collaborating with a number of people with diverse backgrounds, but that it can be incredibly rewarding and fun. So I hope this gives you some inspiration and feel free to get in touch. Ciao!